Hi, I'm Deepika Grover with Grover Mortgage Group.
And I'm Natalie Van Cardo with the Nat Nate Real Estate Team.
Welcome to our new podcast,
Real Estate of Mind,
where we discuss real estate, life, and everything in between.
We're excited for you to follow us and join in on our journey. Hi all, welcome back to the pod.
Hi everyone. Can I just start off by saying that we are like completely different vibes today?
I know the last time we recorded, I feel like I'm always in neutral and a black.
Yeah. We were like opposites last time.
Yeah, we were.
And like now I look like I'm like going to university and you look like you're going to go show like a $3 million house. So
that's the idea.
You're like, I'm
That's where I'm off
manifesting
to.
it.
Yeah.
You're like, you got to dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
No, I literally, I do that. But this morning, last night, I did not sleep. So like I'm literally on like 2 hours sleep. Nathan was working late. And when he works late, I don't sleep until he gets back.
Cute.
Or also, it's more just like for my kids, like I'm nervous. And like also like I felt like I was on drugs yesterday. I was like super like my body was just kept rushing. And then he told me to
Were you on drugs yesterday?
No. But like, you know, like I was like in cold sweats. I was like, what the hell's going on? I'm assuming it was anxiety or something. But like, yeah, I was just like, could not calm my body down. I should have done chamomile tea.
Yeah.
But in the moment, I didn't even think of
Or
that.
like peppermint tea or something.
Yeah, something. But anyway, so I went to bed and like every hour I just kept waking up until he got home, which was really late. And then again, just kept waking up. And then I had to wake up at 5 to go to workout. So I'm dressed like this because I'm so exhausted that I'm like, I need to just dress up so I have energy.
Oh, is that why you were asking me if you smell bad because you worked out this morning?
No, but I showered when I got home.
Oh.
I thought you
did the thing again that you just like came straight from Pilates. Yeah.
It's literally my fear.
You went to work out at what time? 6
a.m. Yeah.
Oh, how do you wake up so early?
That's the only time I can get to work out in.
Crazy.
Yeah. It sucks getting up. But like once I'm there, I feel like I'm the only morning person there because like everyone's like walking in. And I'm like, hi, how you doing?
Oh, they're probably like, please
like,
shut up. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I lock eyes, I'm like, oh, hi. But then I hear like once I say hi to them, they'll like see someone else and say hi. I'm like, see?
It's like a chain reaction.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Wait, so does he work late often? Like, is this like a recurring thing?
For right now, yeah. He's just on a really big crunch. So he like goes back to the office and like just does stuff because he's,
Well, at least he's making money, so it's worth it.
Yeah. It's worth it. But yeah, I don't sleep, but. So yeah, that's why I'm somewhat dressed up.
No, I love it. Your outfit is hitting today. I wish I wore something else. For all the people who are listening and not viewing this podcast, Natalie is wearing a very nice put together black heels, nice like black dress pants, a beautiful like lacy top. And I am wearing jeans, my Nikes, and a black top. Sorry, a brown top. So very opposite vibes right now.
That's okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
So today let's talk about, you wanted to talk about how, I remember you said you wanted to talk about how partners can support each other when they're both working and have kids.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to get into
that? It's difficult. And like, I feel like I keep having the same conversations with like friends and just people around. And what like we're finding is because we're on opposite schedules, we have to constantly interact with each other and like just have conversations and plan. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that. And then when we don't do that, if we're like super busy, we've planned, and then like the weekend was crazy and we don't get to have that, like figuring out what's the week ahead looking like, we're in shambles. Complete shambles.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like I know I need like Sunday needs to be my reset day where we have that conversation. We figure out what's happening the next week, like who's working when. And then like I know I'm mentally prepared and can go through the week. But when we don't have that, it's
no, but that's like
chaotic.
really good. So because I know you're like a big calendar girl.
Yes, I am. But like
he's not.
He's adopting it. He doesn't keep a calendar. Like I have everything in like written and then in my Google Calendar.
Yeah.
And then I share it with him. But then and then also it's on our fridge. But like, does he follow it? I don't know. And like also things change quickly right now. So like maybe I haven't updated something and I just need him to know. So yeah, I'm just finding it's a reoccurring thing that I keep hearing other people doing or like having this issue like come up. So like, I don't know. Do you have ideas?
No, I mean, I was literally talking to my therapist yesterday and I'm like, the idea of sharing a calendar like stresses me out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like part of my commitment issues that I'm like trying to work on right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if I want to get into a relationship, like I'm really going to have to work on my commitment issues. But it's just like sharing a calendar, like sharing my time and space with someone is like so scary to me. So like,
I get how it can be. And then like add children on that. Like I thought we had a lot of time before kids or didn't have enough time before kids. And then you have kids. And especially at this age where they're like so active and doing so many different things. We're could be on completely different schedules.
No, but that's really good that at least you have a calendar. So at least like Nathan knows what's going on in like with your time, even if he doesn't like contribute to the calendar, at least he's like still up to date with it.
But it's hard like to find time for us to like even have that conversation.
Yeah, I know.
Or like even spend time together. Like that's the crazy thing. Like evenings and weekends are non-existent anymore.
No, I completely understand because I was with my cousin over the weekend and her kids are like the exact same age as your kids and they're like her husband's a dentist and they own a business together. Like they own 2 restaurants and her husband's a dentist. God. So like, and they have like 2 like, you know, kids like 8 years old and 6 years old and they're in after school activities and like driving here, driving there, driving everywhere. And I'm like, I was literally telling them, I was like, do you guys like ever see each other? And my brother-in-law just looks at me and he goes, no. Like he like literally just like with like the most like upset like look on his face. He's like, no.
Honestly, it becomes like that. And it's not like through anybody's fault. It's just like how life is. It's just
I know.
so busy.
But it's like that's like with every married couple. Like that's what I hear. Well, every married couple with kids is what I hear.
If you go back to the day where women stayed home, it was very different because like your role was to kind of support the family in that aspect. And you were like, it's still a heavy job just being a stay-at-home mom. But your mental load, I would think, is a lot less just because you didn't have to think about work.
Yes.
Or especially like I know with our jobs, we never stop working.
Yeah.
So it's always deet.
Yeah.
Where it would be sometimes nice to have the job break. It's like, okay, I had the hard day at work and like, I don't need to think about that till tomorrow and get to spend time with my kids where we're never off.
No, we're never off.
We're never
I know. We're literally never off. Like literally last night I stopped working at 10:30 p.m. And I was like, and that's only because I was like, okay, I should go to sleep now. Like I could have continued to work, but I was like, okay, I have to go to sleep now because I have to wake up early and come record the pod and like all this kind of stuff. But it's like, yeah, it's never ending. Like you don't just clock out at 5 o'clock and then, you know, and like same with Nathan, like he's also self-employed and he obviously comes home late all the time. And it's like, that added aspect, like I think being employed and having kids and having a partner is hard, but being self-employed and being married and having kids is like a whole other ball game. You have to be like, your foundation as like a couple has to be so strong.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's like you're, like you said, like you never have time to talk to each other. You never see each other. Like you never have time for just you two.
No, or like when the times that we're talking will be missed. Like, so again, I'm a morning person. I wake up, I can have a full-fledged conversation, plan my whole next month. Like I really do good from like morning till around noon. After noon, I crash.
Really?
Yes.
I'm
like
the opposite.
That's where like I need like a second coffee. I need to like do different things that don't take too much of my mental capacity.
Yeah.
And Nathan's the opposite. He's really slow to get up and like can't handle those conversations yet. So like even this morning, I'm like, I'm going to need you to do blah, 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 just to help me out at the end of this week. And then he's like, this is not the time. Like, for me, but for me, I need that off my head and like I can continue going. So like finding the right time to have the conversations is like another thing. It's interesting.
I've heard some couples literally have like a designated time. Like you guys said, like yours is like Sunday, or you try to have that conversation on Sunday, but they have like weekly check-ins. Do you guys like do that?
Essentially, but again, if it's really hectic. So I'd say like the last 2 weeks, we have not had that. And I know in my head,
has it been chaotic for you? Like you've like felt the difference.
Yeah. Cause like I need to know mentally you're on the same wavelength as me and like we have this covered and we're good.
No, I can actually understand that because we're both very type A. So like I think that it would give me anxiety not knowing like what my partner's doing or what their schedule looks like, and like in terms of having kids and like who's taking who here, and like I feel like that would really bother me too.
It's not like he doesn't even say it to me. He does, but we say it through like in passing. So I'm like, could not be giving him my full attention and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you've said it. And when he's reiterating it to me, like on the weekend, I'm like, okay, yes, that's the day, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I can retain it better opposed to like doing things always on the fly. So yeah, it's just a really weird phase that we're navigating. And like, I'm hearing just with like the clients that we're dealing with right now and like other friends, a lot of people are looking to like scale back and like,
what do you
literally downsize their life. Yeah. So like I have a couple families right now, literally they're downsizing. They live in a good sized house and they want to like just with the cost of everything and like maybe some people are like changing their life and whatever it is, they're scaling back.
Interesting.
Yeah. And to be honest, the people that we've helped to do it do not regret it at all. They're like, they don't know why they haven't done this earlier because like the idea of like this, we need a big house, we need this, we need that. Although they weren't like house poor, their lifestyle is poor.
Wait, so that's interesting. That angle is interesting to me. Like, how is that helping them? Like, how is downsizing helping them?
Essentially, okay, so like your cost of living is essentially going down, right?
Yeah.
So like if you're decreasing your mortgage payments, if you're decreasing the amount of utilities you use each month because the home isn't as large. Also, like I know I don't spend that much time in my house.
Yeah.
So like this upkeep of like constantly having to clean it and like just do all that isn't really conducive with how we live. So it's just interesting that like the end of last year we're helping people and like now this year it's continuing trend.
So you think that like once your costs are reduced, maybe they have like less stress and like more time to like hang out with each other and like kind of like build a relationship? Like, is that what you think?
I don't know if it's like building a relationship, but maybe just like life is a little bit more manageable.
Yeah.
And like I know like one totally pivoted his career while they were doing this. So it's just interesting to see like what people are doing now or kind of leaning towards to make a change for like to benefit their family.
That's interesting because we always know like people downsize when they're like in their later years, you know, like when they have like empty nests and whatever.
Yeah.
But people are already starting to downsize in this like time in their lives, which is very interesting.
Yeah. And then the other thing is a lot of people during COVID, they moved further out to get a larger house. And now they're like, oh, shoot, I need to move back because I have to travel again for work. So like them coming back into these core neighborhoods, what they can afford is a lot different. So they're having to kind of downsize and then like replan, okay, if we want that big house, how are we going to do those stepping stones again? So like there's different angles that are happening for families.
Right.
And then we do have like the old school downsizer who has lived in this large home for like say 20 plus years. And like they're just accumulated a lot of things. So it's like helping them go room by room and like declutter and figure out like what's needed. And then that one's a little bit more of an emotional transition.
But like how much can you really downsize in this market though? Because nothing's really like that affordable anymore. You know? Like say you have a family of 4, you're not going to have a house with like less than 4 bedrooms. I'm like maybe you can manage with 3 if you have small children.
Yeah.
But like even that, like how much is that going to cost in like a core neighborhood?
I would say like if you're coming from a larger home and then you're downsizing in similar neighborhoods, it's beneficial because essentially you're unlocking equity in your home, and then you're more liquid, right?
Yeah.
So like there's that. Yard space is huge too. Like these new neighborhoods, there's no yard space. Everyone's kind of on top of each other. So like to get a smaller house and have such a big yard.
Yeah.
And like, especially for if you do have young kids like that, again, just.
But do those houses still exist?
Yes.
I swear, I don't know why, but in my mind, like every house is like out in our neighborhood, like the cookie cutter houses with like 3 centimeters of like lawn space.
I can't stand it.
I can't. That's what I mean. So like in my brain, I'm like, do those houses with large yards even exist in the world?
I get
like
them
where
sent
are
to
they?
me daily?
Really?
And literally like, especially like recent, I just keep looking because I want a different layout of a home.
Yeah,
and
I've been saying
that for time.
Yeah.
But I'm like looking, I'm like, oh my God, like, would it be so nice to have just like a smaller space? I wouldn't have to like do as much upkeep and then just have like a large yard.
Honestly, yeah. Isn't that why bungalows were so popular back in the day? Because it was just like a smaller house, but on like a big plot of land, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We take it back to bungalows.
And like the most time we are at home, and like using our house, I would say it's summertime. And that's like when I'm really feeling like I need a larger yard.
So true.
Yeah.
You're so right. Yeah. Because like that's when you would use the yard is in the summertime. Yeah. Yeah. I know it sucks. It's like, but like if you want more land, then that's also more expensive, right? It's like, where's that equilibrium? Because even if the house is smaller, but you're getting a larger plot of land, it would still cost. How is it still less?
Depending on the neighborhoods. Like if you're talking about like South Burlington, even like mid to South Burlington, they're going for reasonable amounts.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I would think that like more land would be like more expensive.
No, your house is a lot smaller.
Oh, fair enough. So then the land.
You're not getting like 3,500 square feet.
I understand what you mean.
Yes, that definitely is.
Okay, I understand what you mean.
Is more money, but like if you're downsizing in square footage and gaining in outdoor space,
that makes sense. Because our old house was like 2,500 square feet, so like 1,000 square feet less than like now, but. That made our yard look really big, even though the lot was probably the same size. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
And like what we're finding too, especially in these older neighborhoods, the transition of like having younger families in there is a lot higher. So you have like the old people moving out and then lots of young families moving in.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Where like when we were in that scenario, we were like the youngest family in the street. I'm like, this is looking bleak.
Yeah,
my kids are gonna have like nobody at school.
Even that neighborhood, remember we door knocked like last year, a couple of years ago? It was like all older people, and you were like, I used to live here. And that's the neighborhood you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, interesting times.
No, there's a lot of really good pockets, honestly, in Burlington. Like a lot of really good pockets.
Yeah. So those are the trends that we're just seeing with people right now. And
the downsizing thing is really intriguing to me. I never even thought about that. Because usually you hear about people like wanting bigger homes. Like, oh, my family's growing. Like, let's get something bigger. Like, oh, I want a bigger kitchen. Yeah. But like the idea of downsizing is interesting to me. But it also makes sense because like how expensive cost of living is now.
Well, like even during like the COVID times, some people, like I know the trend was to go bigger and like have more workspace and that sort of thing, to have like an office out of home. But there was a few people that we've actually helped to downsize in that time. Then they had leveraged all this equity and they bought like a secondary home.
Wow.
Yeah. So like there's different ways that people are looking at things, and it really depends on like who you are, what your lifestyle is, like what you want for your loved ones. And like I think it's more like quality of life right now.
Quality of life right now. Yeah. No, but you're so right. I think downsizing and like managing costs would make you like less stressed and like make things more manageable. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm noticing. How about you?
I am not noticing that. I'm noticing people just wanting bigger things and more debt and debt consolidation and...
Yeah, that gives me anxiety.
No, I'm not. Like, people are in terrible situations. And I talk about this, like, so much on the pod. I don't want to, like, keep bringing it up, but people are in a lot of debt right now.
Yeah,
and you can't even say it's, like, to any fault of their own, but... Just with
a lot of people had to just do it in order to survive, which is sad.
But this is what and it's like, it's bleak. It's bleak out there. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's gonna happen going forward, but like just multiple properties and can't close one property, but I have another property coming up. Let's do that one too. And I'm just like,
well, we even saw that. I would say 2 years ago, that was like a really big issue where people bought multiple new construction homes.
Now they're closing. So now it's like, you know what I mean? Like they bought them like a few years ago. Now they're closing. And I'm like, appraisals aren't coming back. And forget appraisals. Like even if the appraisal came back, like you can't qualify to close the home.
Yeah. And but you've been seeing that for like, I would say 2 years. I've been
seeing that for a while. But it's just like people are over leveraged, and I wish I was seeing the downsizing thing. I think that's why I'm so intrigued about it, because I'm like, why am I not getting these clients? I'm getting the opposite of people just wanting more and more and more.
But like, I feel like that was the times of what resulted from having such low borrowing costs, right?
Yeah.
Like tons of people just thought, this is free money, I'm going to take advantage of it, and not really thinking of when the other side of the coin was going to flip.
Totally.
And now we're there. Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. Just lots of different things happening. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. I have this whole
you had some good topics.
Okay, I want to ask you some random questions. Like silly questions.
Okay.
When you take a shower, do you face the water or face away from the water?
Both.
What do you mean both?
I do both.
Like, what do you mean?
So, like, when I am rinsing off, I'm facing outside of the shower. But, like, when I'm lathering up, I'm facing the shower.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's so, like, the water doesn't hit me when I'm lathering up, and then I'll turn. That's not normal.
Interesting.
No?
I always face away from the shower because I don't want the water, like, hitting my face directly.
But, like, even when you're rinsing off?
Yeah. Like, okay, say this is the shower. Like, say this is the shower. This is me, but I'm facing away from, like, the shower, like, where the water's coming from.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, so I switch. I do both.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't bother you? The water just, like, on your face?
It's not in my face.
But, like, when you're rinsing off and you're, like, facing the water, it's going to be on your face.
No, okay, so this is, my shower's coming down this way.
Yeah.
I am rinsing, my face is going outward.
Yes, okay.
But
yeah.
when I'm lathering, I'm looking at the shower head. Does that make sense?
No, I mean, but why?
I just feel like there's less water getting on me if I face the shower head.
Interesting. That's so interesting. I mean, that's very methodical.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you asked anybody else this?
Yeah, we had a whole debate on this, like me and my family and like a couple of our friends. And some people said that they always face towards the shower, and then some people said they always face away from the shower, but nobody ever said both. So that's really interesting.
I'm unique.
It's like, I don't know. It's like questions like these, right? Because you just like do things and like not think about it.
Yeah.
But then it's like another one.
What does it say about me?
I know. Imagine you do like a deep dive.
It's like those
you're very strategic
quizzes.
Yeah. I used to love those.
I love personality
I did
tests.
every single one.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Oh my
so
God.
true.
I love personality tests. And I'm like, this is true. Like I am like
so
this.
Insightful.
So funny. Okay. When you load the dishwasher, do you put the utensils facing downwards? Okay, like so like the spoon part of the utensil, does it go downwards or do you stick it up?
No, everything goes up except for knives. And me and my mom have this debate all the time because when she loads our dishwasher, she does everything facing up, including knives. And the only reason why we do knives the opposite way is so that our kids don't get hit with them.
Don't get hit with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the same.
Okay.
I'm the exact same. I put everything facing upwards.
Like down, then like all the gunk would just sit on it.
Exactly. But I've heard that because like the pressure of the water is like coming from the bottom of the dishwasher, it's probably better. Like it probably cleans it more.
I'm going to try that next time.
I know, but then I'm like, I don't think I do that. I'm pretty sure I do everything upwards.
But like even like in the dishwasher, like that little compartment, I don't even know what it's called. Like there's so many things I don't know the proper name for. But like, you know where you keep the utensils? They have like a little flap.
Yes,
where they go in.
That. I hate
but
that.
the only way to put them in is facing
it's
up.
upwards, yeah. I don't even use that.
No, I don't.
I
always flip
yeah, it's always flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel very like restricted using that because then you have to like put it in the tiny holes. And it takes so much time.
Like the handles don't really fit in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how big are your?
Well, they go like out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You probably have really nice spoons.
I was actually just saying I need to change them because like they're old. I need new plates and like cutlery.
I know. I need to like do a rebranding of my entire. Like,
but it's like the last
cutlery.
thing I think of. Like I don't care what my plate looks like.
Oh my God.
You do?
Yeah, because okay, like it's so funny. Like you go to any Indian household, they will have the same plates.
What's the plate style?
It's just like the design on the outside of the plate.
What's the design?
It's like this like blue like circular design, and like it's so funny because it's like on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
It's like you go to any house, like Indian household, and they'll have this plate, and like I
Yeah.
don't know why. Like why did we all get the same plates, or like these like specific plates that we got like from Costco or something? I don't know, but every single Indian family has these, and like I'm like I want to do a rebranding. I want new plates. I want new like glassware. I want new like mugs and cups. Because it's like so like outdated now. Like my mom has had these for like 30 plus years, and I'm like I want to do a rebranding. And even like the cutlery, like I'm pretty sure is like maybe from India or from an Indian store. And I'm just like I want like new like sleek things.
Do you like the gold cutlery? I'm always scared like it's going to tarnish or like the color will change over time.
I would
like
love
that's really
gold
in right
co-
now.
I know. I have like gold straws, like the metal straws.
Yeah.
Because I'm like really into that. But oh my God, gold cutlery is such a good idea.
Yeah.
Why have I not jumped on that? Wait, I'm going to buy some. My mom's going to be like, we have so much cutlery. Like it's actually insane.
You need to declutter.
I know. We have
Call
two.
Sheila.
I know. I literally need Sheila because we have 2 drawers full drawers full of cutlery. Like this is how much cutlery we have.
So like the way that the builder has done our kitchens, and I can't wait to rip my kitchen out. There's not enough cutlery space, and like the cabinets are tiny.
Really? You don't have like the big ones? Like we have we have
Did
some
you
that are
update
small.
it from the builder? Because we didn't. Because like Nathan's just gonna do it, but. What he's done is when you open them, he's like added like large drawers. You know, like the double cabinet. He's put drawers in there for me.
Okay, nice.
But like the standard thing, they're
tiny.
They're
Yeah,
tiny.
yeah.
How did people live like that?
Yeah.
Like my drawers are so messy because like I have no space.
Do you have like that like the separator where you like put all like
Yeah.
That was like a game changer.
I like the
us.
knife one too. It's so nice.
Yeah. It's like little things like that.
No, my things plates I don't really care about, but I need to update them. Also, like, where do you get them nowadays? The bay's gone.
That's actually so true. I have no idea. Like I have no home sense maybe.
Like I've never really seen. Like, are they good there? I don't know.
Costco? I'm sorry, not Costco. IKEA?
No,
They don't have plates at IKEA.
IKEA's they're really thick. Like they're cute for like little like decorative ones if you want like a pop of color and stuff. But like they're really thick plates. Where like mine are, I think they're Cornella or something, and they're thinner.
I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm gonna have to
if you
research
guys know where to
this.
get plates,
let us know where to
tag.
get plates. I'm trying to do a rebrand here. That's a really good question. But like that stuff also like costs so much, and I'm like, is it? And you have to like buy so much quantity of it too. So like, do I even really want to do that?
Literally. So when I got my first house, this is how old my plates are. My mom's like, you need a minimum of like, say like 28 servings or like whatever it was. So like I have like all these plates. I'm like, do you ever use them at once? Not really. Because if I have large dinner parties, I am not using plates.
Really? Oh, you're using the disposable ones?
I can't stand it. I want to enjoy my company. I don't want to sit and like load a dishwasher and like do these other things. No, I want like nowadays the really nice plastic ones.
Really?
Yes.
Where do you get them from?
You can get them from Party City. Costco used to have like really nice plastic ones. They're like thick plates that people use.
Wait, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
Because we throw so many dinner parties and like literally.
Isn't it annoying?
Yeah, it's so annoying. And I normally have to do 2 loads of dishwashing.
No, like, I ain't doing that. I want to enjoy my company. I don't want to sit and do dishes. Like you already have to do like everything you've cooked. No.
People listening to this are going to be like, you are not an environmental queen.
I am not when it comes to hosting. Unless somebody's going to come and do my dishes
and like
for
do
me.
my dishes and like,
no
yeah.
problem. And you know what? My parents hosted a lot growing up, and that's what they used to do. Like, because we would have these huge Christmas parties, and it's like over 100 people in our house, and they would literally hire people at the end just to clean up and like serve and stuff, because they would never enjoy it. They'd always be like cleaning and cooking.
My mom does the same thing. I always feel so bad for her because she has this thing where like unless the kitchen is clean, she can't enjoy herself.
100%.
Right? Which I don't have that, thankfully. But like, so and I get so upset for her because I'm like, Mom, like I feel bad you're not like enjoying your friends here, like because you're just constantly in the kitchen. So I go there and I'm like, go sit down. But then she's also very like type A where she's like, no, like I need to do it like my way, right? Which like I know you can relate to. Mm-hmm. So like, yeah, like I hate it. I get so sad for her. I'm like, go spend time with your friends.
I find like it's a very dated mentality where like the younger generation isn't doing that anymore.
No, totally, yeah. Interesting. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because like I know like my family, like the older generation, they still do things like that. But now it's like, no, I'm more modernized.
Yeah. And then you just have like a little garbage bag and everybody can just put their trash in there and it's like done and dusted.
You can even reuse these plates if you wanted to, literally, because they're like actual plastic.
But then you would still be washing them.
Still, like say you want to reuse it, you could. Okay. You can give them a little wash and then you can reuse them.
Interesting.
Yeah. But
I gotta look into these. You're like, no, you're like, I garbage them. I want to enjoy. But no, like, I agree. I would hate to just be sitting there, like, doing dishes the whole time. Like, that's so annoying.
Literally, you could just rinse them and recycle.
Yeah.
But no, I don't want to be doing dishes. Yeah. That's my input.
Very smart. Okay. Wow. What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I'm dying out because
you're like, it's getting to 12 o'clock and I've already worked out today. We also had a chaotic morning this morning. I walk into the studio and Natalie's like on this couch trying to fix these like artwork on the walls. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like it was.
Yeah. Well, we had like new art here and I was like, oh, let's try to put them up, but they didn't fit like the sizing. And then something happened. I had to like knock in walls.
You were like using like highlighters and God knows what else, like as a hammer. It was so funny.
It worked. You can't tell.
She's like, who needs a man? And I was like, that's so true. I was like sitting here putting my lipstick on and you were just like doing that. And I was like, this is hilarious. There's two types of people in this world.
It's so funny. Like I'm literally high energy from when I wake up and now I'm like, I'm feeling not sleeping. It's hitting me hard.
I'm the opposite. Like I literally can't think when I wake up and like now it's approaching like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock and I'm like, let's go. Like boom.
No, I need like I need energy to come back in my body. You know what I've started doing before my workouts is having my protein before and then working out.
Yeah.
Like I've heard it's very good for females and like, I actually feel like more full after opposed to having it post workout.
I think the post workout thing is a myth. I don't think it really matters like when you have it as long as you have it.
I don't know. I've been doing it like on my way to go work out.
Yeah.
And I like it a lot better.
And it gives you more energy too because now you actually have something in your body.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what I did today?
What?
Again, I'm learning about reformer Pilates. And today was, oh my God, what's it called? I'm having a brain fart. What are the different types of Pilates they have there?
Suspend.
You
did suspend?
1.5.
You are crazy.
I forgot that I booked it for this morning. That was a suspend. I'm thinking, oh, hey, it's going to be like a nice sort of like a former, like we're going to kind of be relaxed. Yeah. Then I get there. I'm like, why are we using the TRX things? I'm like, oh my God. It was really hard.
Yeah.
Those things really are good.
Yeah.
But in the middle, I'm like, why did I do this today? Of course, the day that I'm half out of it.
I don't know how you work out in the morning. Do you not crash? If I work out in the morning, I'm done for the rest of the day. Like literally game over.
I prefer it. Because like even if I didn't work out, I would still have a crash. So like I prefer
at least you get it over with. Yeah.
And then if I do it too late at night, then I'm like wired and can't go to bed.
Oh, I'm the opposite.
Where like I could have a coffee at like 8 o'clock and go to bed right away. It doesn't bug me. Coffee does not do anything to me. Which is weird.
So then why even drink it?
It does give me like little boosts.
Like boosts, okay. But it won't keep you like awake.
No.
Okay,
like if I find espresso does not affect me other than hurt my gut. Okay. But like if I have a Starbucks coffee, I know that's like espresso based, but like if I have Starbucks, that will really that will screw me up, like where I'm hyper, almost to the point of jittery. And like if I have like Tim Hortons or McDonald's sometimes works, but like those don't, like I can drink it and go straight to bed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what happens to me when I drink coffee?
What?
So I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to coffee or have like a sensitivity to it or whatever.
Yeah, I am. Yet I still drink it. I know.
What do you mean you are?
Yeah, I did the allergy test. I'm allergic to caffeine, but I still do
There's
it.
no way you're okay. This is okay. Tell me if this
It's
happens to you.
more like an internal gut issue than like I'm flaring up and can't breathe.
Okay, for me, I start getting really heavy like heart palpitations.
Sure.
I start getting nauseous, lightheaded. I have to literally curl up into like a fetal position because like I'm like so anxious. I'm like literally like so jittery and like whatever. And like I feel like I'm gonna die. And
you feel how I felt last night.
That's how you felt last night?
Oh yeah.
Why?
I felt like my pupils were dilated. I'm like if I took drugs, I'm pretty sure I would have been calling the hospital and be like, something is wrong. Literally, poor Nathan's trying to work, and I'm like, I'm not okay. Like,
but like out of nowhere?
Yeah. And usually at night, like I'm
kind of weird, bro.
So tired, and I can just like something triggered
Your kids
my
are like,
anxiety.
"Mommy, what's wrong?"
No, they were in bed by then, but I was just like, holy fuck. Yeah.
Oh my.
It was
okay,
funny,
well, that's
but,
what
like,
happens to me when I drink coffee.
That's not fun.
No, that's why I'm like, and like I I hate it, okay? Because I want to be part of the coffee culture. I want to be included. The amount of FOMO I have, you guys, not being able to drink coffee.
Have you tried decaf?
Yeah, I can drink decaf. So what I do is I go to Starbucks and get like, they call it half calf. So it's half regular and half like decaf. And I can do that, but I can't do any more than that.
But why do you want to do it if it's not giving you the kick? Like, I
to be part of the culture. I want to like go to like the latest like cafes and get like a little ice vanilla latte or a little Americano or like whatever.
Do a tea. You can do matcha.
Oh, I love matcha.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with matcha.
It's so good.
That coffee place we go to, Peach Coffee Co., they have a strawberry matcha. It is to die for.
You tried it? Was it good?
It is to die for. You have got to get it.
Oh, I gotta try
it is so good. But make sure you mix it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good. And then so now like I go downtown a lot to see my friends and there's like matcha's like all the rage downtown.
Yeah.
They have like a million matcha like coffee spots opening up. So like every time I'm there, I'm like I have to try like a new spot. I love matcha.
Yeah, they're good. I want to do it at home, but I just feel like
you have to do it like a specific way and like whisk it a specific way and like it has to be like a perfect type of like grade of matcha. Apparently Japan is actually having a matcha shortage because of how much popularity it's getting in North America and like worldwide now. Yeah. Japan's like, we're not able to keep up with this like demand. Like they're not able to grow it fast enough. I'm like, that's crazy.
Oh, that is nuts.
But yeah, I love matcha. But I think it's like more of like an acquired taste because a lot of people say it like tastes like grass.
There's smoother ones where it doesn't. So I guess it's like the grade that you get. Yeah. Do you add sugar? Because I don't. I like it just straight up.
I either add honey or vanilla.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think I would be able to drink it without it would taste like nothing.
At Starbucks, because I guess they naturally just sweeten everything, I get it like, I'm like half sweet. Half sweet.
No, at Starbucks I need half sweet too because I put 3 pumps. And I'm like, They put 3 pumps of like their cane sugar. Yeah, no. And I'm like, I need like 1 or like 1.5 if you can do.
I just need a little... That's it. Yeah. Or just 0.
Yeah, theirs is like really, every time I have theirs, I'm like, woo, like sugar high.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Peach Coffee Co. one, the strawberry matcha is so good. Oh my God.
Have you tried Turkish coffee? Or like, we call it Greek coffee, but it's Turkish coffee.
No.
Okay, so my grandmother growing up, she made it all the time because that's what they drank. And then she would give it to us. Like we were young, having this super strong coffee. Yeah. But the best part of it was when you're done, like it would be like thick coffee tar at the end, at the bottom of it.
Oh.
We would flip it up upside down, and then like you wait a few minutes and like it drips, and then she'd like read your fortune. And I'd be like, oh, lots of money in your future. And
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was like the best time that we used to have. But like we're all like,
was it real? Or was she just like making it up?
I'm sure she made it up. I don't know. I believed it was real.
Yeah. Obviously.
But yeah, it was just like a fun time that we did. We were like super young.
Okay, speaking about that, this just made me think of when we were in Bali, my brother and cousin had, I think it's called Luwak coffee. Ooh, have you ever heard of it?
No.
So basically, I'm pretty sure it's Luwak. I should probably fact check this. But it's like this one specific animal, and the coffee is like made, like comes out of their poo.
I'm good.
I'm good. So it's the most expensive coffee in the world, and apparently it's the best coffee in the world because how it happens is this animal eats the coffee beans, digests it, then it like comes out of their poop, and then they like clean the poop off of the coffee beans and then they grind it and make the coffee. And apparently it's literally the best coffee in the world. It's like super expensive.
Whose poor job is it to
collect? I know. And I was like,
how do you know if it's that animal's?
And how do you know it's like clean? Like, I don't know.
There's a lot of questions.
I don't like when my brother was drinking this. I'm like, what are you doing? Like literally, what are you doing? He's like, it was so good. He's like, it was amazing. And I was like, that could have like poop particles in it.
No, I don't like coffee that much. But that's very interesting. I get it. Like I'm sure it could digest the coffee bean in a different way. But like also, who tried that first?
Who was like, yeah, let's do this. Who was the first?
With that idea?
Who was the first person to be like, oh yeah, this seems like a great thing to do?
I asked that question a lot. Like, how many berries did somebody have to eat to make sure like this one was okay?
Oh my God. Or literally I saw on social media the other day, somebody was like, I wonder what the first person, or I wonder what the first woman who ever gave birth was like thinking. Like, what's happening?
Could you imagine?
Imagine being the first woman to give birth.
This is where I think like there had to been some sort of knowledge passed down because like there was not
From where?
From animals, from God, I don't know,
Like,
whatever
yeah,
you
I guess.
call
Whatever, like, yeah.
aliens, I don't know what it is, but something like somebody had to have informed them what's happening.
Because, like, can you imagine being like, A, why is my stomach getting bigger? B, like, what do you mean I have to push a human out of my body? Like, what?
Or I guess like if you think we evolved from monkeys, then over time, yes, they naturally know. But like the first animals, what's going through their heads?
I know, that's literally insane.
These are things like I'd really want answers to. Like, what happened back then?
What is like?
Did you hear what they found underneath the pyramids?
No, what? I've always wanted to go to the pyramids.
I want to do it so bad.
Yeah.
It's like one thing I'm like fascinated
Yeah,
about. I just
same.
love that time in history. I read an article and saw things on Instagram, so that's what I'm basing it off of. Some archaeologists did some like sound testing, and they found, based on these sound waves that they heard, that there's like these huge cylinders that go under these pyramids, and they go like over 600 miles deep.
Wow.
So like if this is true, like it's definitely going to change the history of everything. So it was like very cool. I have to like look at it, but yeah, I was just like, what? When I'm scrolling through, I'm like, is this true? But I've seen a couple of feeds on it and like read a little brief thing on it. So it's very interesting.
Wait, why is that going to change the history of things?
Well, because they thought like it was just built on top, but like how did they get so deep into the earth?
And like that long ago.
Yeah. Like what did they use? Wow, 600 miles
Yeah,
deep?
that's actually insane.
Like that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very interesting.
No, everything about the pyramids, I actually want to do more research on it. And it's like definitely on my bucket list. I think that's like one of the last things on my bucket list is like what I want to do is like go to the pyramids because I find it so interesting. Like how did they even build them? Like that far back and like have the knowledge and like the resources and everything to build it. And like it's so intricate and like they're huge. And like the same thing with Chichen Itza. Have you been to Mexico?
Well, I haven't done Chichen Itza, but yes.
Same idea. Like when I went to Chichen Itza, I'm like, this like blew my mind. Like it's a 3D calendar. It's a 3D Mayan calendar. I'm like, how did they do this? Like, I fear they're smarter than us. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, this is insane architecture.
Our history is so interesting.
It's so interesting.
I wanted to take archaeology in school too.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were interested in that.
I was. And like one of my favorite movies growing up was The Mummy.
Oh my God.
It was Twister and The Mummy. I was obsessed. So
Twister is a classic.
I always wanted, like, I was just fascinated about geology and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's really, really interesting. Like, it's really interesting how things are built.
I was having this conversation with my daughter because she was practicing on a campus. And she's like, what's that? I'm like, actually, kids live there to go to school. And I was like, explaining the whole university thing to her. And then she's like, oh, like, what did you take? And I was like, telling her like what I took. She's like, what else did you take? And she's like, so interested to like learn like after you finish high school, you can literally take any course and learn about anything that you want. I was like, oh, like this is interesting to you. That's so fun.
Well, that's good that it's interesting to her. At least she was like, not like, I don't care about this.
She's like, what else did you learn? Like, what did they teach you in that? Like, what's that about? Because like I'd say like, oh, I took like political science.
Yeah.
What is that about? What's the government? What's this? What's that?
Does she know what she wants to do? Like, did she ever talk about it?
So each school year I ask them, and so like last year she wanted to be a doctor. This year she wanted to be an entrepreneur and a teacher and like just silly things.
An entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Bro, isn't she like 6? Oh my God, good for her.
So like it's just interesting. But like I'm like, there's so many things that you could do. Like I don't even know the possibilities of these type of jobs that you can do nowadays.
Yeah.
And especially like with how all the industries are changing and how like AI is going to be coming in. Like it'll be cool to see like what kind of jobs are the next ones coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what the next generation's going to be doing for jobs.
Yeah. Because, like, there's a wave of, like, all coders, like, all, I don't know.
So true. And, like, now tech is, like, I think kind of, like, starting to slow down because, like, there was, like, such a boom. And now there's, like, too many tech people.
Oh, like, in terms of the tech industry.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, people working in it. Yeah.
Did you see there's like this new trend on social media where everybody's like using ChatGPT to make these like images of like this specific like it's called like Studio Ghibli or something. And so everybody's like turning like a regular photo into this like cartoon version. But like so many people did it that like the CEO of like I think it's called OpenAI, was like, can you guys chill out? Like our team needs to sleep. Like stop generating these images. Like our team needs to sleep. So I'm like, damn, like AI is like really taking off. Like,
yeah, I love listening to Impact Theory. Do you listen to that podcast?
I feel like I've heard of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is like really on top of like what's happening with AI and all this stuff. And like when I hear it, I'm like, one, it's like really overwhelming with all the changes that are happening. And then also you're like, oh my God, like the possibilities are insane right now of like what could happen.
I know.
And like I just keep thinking like, how can I integrate that
into like our business? Yeah.
Not just our business, or like if I wanted to pivot, what could I use to leverage that? Like even that thing that Sue was showing us.
I know, Now site.
Thank you.
Insane. Yeah, like it literally can take somebody's like LinkedIn profile, Instagram profile, and like give you their like pain points. It can tell you like their personality. It can like prep you how to like talk to them properly.
Yeah, it's a platform called Now Site, and it helps you like build a website, landing pages. It can act like as a CRM. But the caveat to it, which is really cool, is this AI tool that basically can, if you have a lead in your database, it can tell you like how to approach them and like how to talk to them, which is like giving you the cheat codes to life.
Yeah, like it was actually, she did it on me and like the things were really accurate. And I'm like, how did it get this just from my LinkedIn profile?
Yeah, because it like scrubs like all social media, which is freaky.
It's crazy. I'm like,
that's like just an insight of what these advertisers and like what they're selling our information. What they're using.
So true.
Which is crazy.
It's bonkers.
I just don't want to get like so robotic. And like the guy from Impact Theory. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. I know his name and I can't even think of it. Tom Bilyeu. Thank you. My God. He was saying like how he thinks in the future it could be a possibility like our friends or our kids' friends would be AI.
You know, people have AI boyfriends and girlfriends now. I was reading an article and this lady, I think she was like in her mid 40s or something. She had just recently gotten divorced. Like her husband left her for like another woman or like something happened. They got a divorce but they had a trip booked. And so instead of canceling it, she just went on this trip and it was like to a resort, but like she took her like AI boyfriend with her.
Is it a robot that's walking with her?
No, like she would just like text this person on this like site and like it was like a companion, but like AI.
But she was physically
alone.
She
was physically alone, yeah. But like, so Snapchat has this now. So a lot of people, like the younger generation that still uses Snapchat, Snapchat has AI that you can like, people are literally like just talking to Snapchat AI and like pretending like that's their boyfriend or girlfriend. This is also actually like an indicator of the loneliness epidemic that's happening because if people are going to robots just to like have some type of like companionship, like that's really sad and that's really scary and I feel for those people. Another thing is a lot of people are using ChatGPT as their personal therapists. So they're like literally being like, yeah,
it's a cheap
which
way
is
for
kind
therapy.
of smart, but then it's also like people are literally sending texts of like their exes or whatever like to ChatGPT and be like, can you analyze this and like pretend that you're my ex and like respond back to this to like in a way that they would.
I'm wondering if it actually
but then it's like
some closure.
It probably does. My thing is like the privacy thing. Like now this server has all of these text messages, has all of this data about you. Like I don't like that. Like that freaks me out. Yeah, like, you're feeding this thing too much information about yourself.
That, and then my other scare of this is like if you are programming your AI to like the same things you like, to do the things that you're interested in, then you're really creating a self-involved world.
100%.
So we're going to just have a complete population of narcissists that can just
do whatever you want,
choose their own reality.
Yeah. And then it's like basically just like having a yes man, right? Because the AI is going to do whatever you want it to do. Like it's never going to tell you, oh no, you're wrong. Like I've been watching so many TikTok videos of these like people doing ChatGPT as therapy, and it's basically just telling them back whatever they want to hear. Like it's not like actually helpful. Do you know what I mean? It's just like kind of like validating their feelings. And
you'd have to prompt it. Can you be controversial when responding to me?
Yeah, but like nobody actually wants to hear that, right? So they're not actually going to prompt it. Yeah, because you're sane. Like,
I want someone to be like, you're batshit crazy, Natalie. Like that's not how you're handling that situation. And I'm like, I want honesty. Like, I don't want to live in a world where everything is just what I want.
And everyone's just like agreeing with you, right? Yeah, I know it scares me. It really scares me. But that's what's happening. A lot of people are having AI boyfriends and girlfriends. And that's why there's also like an epidemic right now where like less and less North American women or women worldwide are getting married and like having children because
I don't know
if
that's part of AI. I think it's just more of like the lonely epidemic of like it's harder to meet people.
It's harder to meet people,
if we're leaning into AI to kind of act as our crutch for that, it's going to get worse.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's getting worse because now men can just, or not even men, like just people in general, men and women can now just go to AI and have this emotional companion, which is fulfilling all their emotional needs.
The sex robots.
Oh, I know.
I can't even begin.
I know.
Okay.
They're getting very advanced. Okay. Like very advanced.
I don't know. I'm scared for the youth.
The future generations.
And I feel like we're not very far off for this just becoming reality. So I don't know. I hope there's like a revolt of people just wanting to be back to like the old times of like 90s living. 90s living was fantastic. I'd like to go back to 90s.
I know.
Right? I don't know. Just like running outside playing, just having friends that you can just like knock on their door and like, hey, come out.
Do your friends still go, or do your kids still go out and play?
My kids do.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like there's tons of kids around that do that. My kids do, but I would like them to get comfortable. Like, oh, I'm gonna go walk to my friend's house and like knock on their door without me having to like message the parent. You know what I mean?
Yes. I know what you mean.
Because it's like, oh, are they able to come out? Where like back in the day, I used to have friends like knock on my door all the time.
All the time.
And then like there's like, oh no, like we can't, we're eating dinner or whatever it was. Like they have one friend on the street that does that, which is amazing. And I can't wait for the summer for it just to be more. But like, where is that?
I know, where is it? I know.
But I know like parents are super scared to like let their kids out and like if they're unsupervised to be outside and all that because, you know, the world's
times
scary.
have changed. Yeah. The world is really scary now. Yeah.
But I don't hide that from my kids. I don't know if that's me being a good or bad parent, but like I tell them.
No, but you should tell them to like make them prepared because there is a lot of like crazy ass stuff that's going on right now and it's good that your kids are aware of it.
Yeah. So anyways, the world is crazy.
The world is crazy. Lots of like different things are happening. Even in real estate, like we were talking last night, like real estate's changing. People are changing. Trends are changing.
I think the core thing of it is just people are changing.
We're changing.
Noticing it when we're dealing with people that just the dynamics of people, like how they think of things nowadays, it's very different. Yeah. I don't know if I'm 100% here for it. Yeah.
I think people are losing like their values.
100%.
You know? It's been a long time since I've met someone who's like very like strong on their values anymore. Like, you know, like people would have like strong morals and strong ethics.
Yeah.
I don't think that's happening anymore. I think people are kind of just like loosey-goosey going in whatever direction, which is, yeah, it's,
I don't know.
Sad.
I was not raised like that.
I know, me neither. And yeah, like you're not going to raise your children like that. If I ever have children, I will not raise my children like that. And I know a lot of my friends aren't going to raise their children like that, but
I'm just scared. You were saying it. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to bring any doom and gloom, though. Life is still good. There's a lot of good things. God, I got to start practicing my gratitude journal again.
Honestly,
especially during times like this.
Doing it. And I thought, you know what I started with my kids? Okay.
What?
My daughter is like not the best with what's the proper word? She doesn't like take compliments well and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I listened to Mel Robbins and she's like, this is an easy thing that you can do just to change your day every morning. Give yourself a high five in the mirror.
I've heard of it.
Okay. So literally my daughter's also not a morning person. So like getting her up and getting ready, she's moody and all that stuff. So I started on Monday and she said like for 5 days, if you do it, then it becomes like a good habit. Mm-hmm. So we started it Monday. And yesterday I reminded them, hey, did you guys give yourself a high fives? I do it with them. And the first day she did it, she was pumped.
Really?
So
okay, I'm going to start doing it.
Okay, so she did it. Yesterday we did it together. Yesterday she's like, oh, like being a little silly about it. And then today I was getting ready and then she walked by. She's like, oh, I forgot to give myself a high five. And then she went and did it.
Cute.
And I'm like, yes. Like,
oh my
she's
God.
just like, it's made her day.
So like, what is it supposed to do? Just like
It's supposed to like, you're supposed to like look in yourself in the mirror and like, this is the person I am battling life with. I'm like, I have your back. We got
like
this.
we got this.
And like when you give somebody a high five, it's like encouragement, right?
So true.
It's like, yay, like good job. So like just doing that to yourself, it like tricks your mind.
Wait, I actually really love that.
Yeah.
And it's such like an easy thing to do.
It's easy.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start doing it.
Yeah, but like I'm noticing it with her. I'm like, oh my God, if this helps her, especially in the morning, just to kick it off the day in a good manner, it's a good cheat code.
That's cute. I love that.
Yeah.
That's really cute. Okay, I'm going to start doing that. Yeah, Mel Robbins has some good, like, easy to follow tricks. Like her whole, like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing.
Love that.
Just, like, count backwards from 5. And then, like, once you get to 1, like, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you got to just whatever you want to do.
Overthinking is the thing that trips you up.
Yeah. And I'm a huge procrastinator. So I haven't started doing it yet. But I think that would really help me. Because, like, I procrastinate things to, like, the end, right? Like... But I think it would really help. And like even getting out of bed, I'm notorious for not getting out of bed. Like I will like literally lay in bed for like 45 minutes just like scrolling on TikTok or Instagram or like checking my email.
Yeah.
But it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of bed, like be productive would be like really good. So just like little actionable tips like that.
Yeah, no, they're good hacks.
But yeah.
Well,
All
thank
right.
you.
That's all we have for you guys today. Thanks for listening to us yap. We have some really good guests on for you guys in the upcoming week, so stay tuned.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Peace.